Okay guys, so I wanted to do a video talking about why horses invade your space, um, what is a disrespectful invasion of space, and how that pertains to leading a horse. Do you need an itch? Is that what your problem is? You can itch on me, that's fine. Hey, back up. Back up. Back up. Back up. Thank you. Okay, so excuse me if I'm squinting a lot. The sun is like, I'm trying to position my head in front of this pole because the sun's right above the pole and it's like right in my face. So I see a lot of people that I work with that they say that their horse invades their space, and there's that whole saying in the horse world, respect my space, respect my space. Right now, some people would say Bugsy's too close to me, her head is too close. I think that she's just fine. She's not pushing on me in any way. Um, she can move her head around without touching me if she wanted to. Um, I'm okay with horses being really close to me. I don't think that it's that big of an issue until they get pushy and they start just invading my space negatively. So Bugsy's pretty good about not getting into people's space, not because she's respectful of people's space, it's just she doesn't want her space invaded. So she's not going to walk into me because she doesn't want me in her space. So she will move out quite easily away from me. Um, So, one of the reasons why horses have issues with invasion of space is people like to imprint horses. Now, I might do a video on imprinting and what my opinion is on imprinting, um, but when you do it wrong, which is you either take the baby away from the mom or the baby was abandoned or whatever, and you don't let it be with other horses. You keep it in a stall by itself, and you're the only thing that's messing with it. That can cause horses to where they don't understand horse society and the way that horses talk to each other, and they don't understand what's personal space and what's good personal space and what's bad personal space. So that happens a lot. But some people would say that's disrespectful. Oh, this horse is invading your space. Oh, no, 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 no. You should never let them do that because they could smack you in the head and they could knock you out. Bugsy's not going to smack me with her head. If she does, she's just going to graze my head. Um, she wants to itch on me, but she's not sure if um, she can because I am in a stance that's a little bit aggressive at the moment because I don't want her rubbing on me right now while I'm talking. But another thing that I see that people who have issues with invasion of space is they allow it. And what I mean by that is if I'm standing here and I'm just not giving her any cues and she decided now that she wanted to come in and rub on me, which she's not going to do right now because the fly left, but I'm in a relaxed position. If a horse came in on me now, they'd be like, oh, okay, this person is okay with me being in their space, which I might not be okay with that, but my body language is telling them that. So a lot of people don't realize that they're telling their horse yes, and then once they've said yes, the horse comes in, and then they correct them and say no, and now the horse is confused. Um, and that goes with the whole horses, or understanding horse language and horse behavior and whatnot. And the biggest one that I see that people do that is invasion of horses' space and teaches horses to come into their space. Let me see your head for a second. Like, lift your head up. Is they hold this clip so tight to this horse's head. Now, normally Bugs would start, throwing her head. Now I'm going to just do this for a minute and see if I can aggravate her and annoy her and bother her enough. See? Now, I know that wasn't this could be a cue for flies, or it could have been a cue to me to let go because Bugsy doesn't like having her head held onto. I'm sorry, sweetheart. Uh, I know, I know, I know. But see, what you do when you grab this clip, and now she's not going to want me to grab it anymore, is you're in their space, and just because you have them at arm's length does not mean that you're keeping them out of your personal space. You might think you are, but what you're really doing is you're getting in their space. So now they think because you're always in their space that it's okay for them to come into you. Now I'm gonna walk with Bugsy how I normally walk with her, and show you how she likes to be led. and how she will keep a certain amount of distance between me and her. And then I will show you how most other people lead. Oh, Bugsy, you're getting so... Bugsy's a little sweaty because we just did a little bit of lunging. So I have the the rope just like this. I have a lot of slack, and I'm just gonna start walking Bugsy. Come on, Bugsy. So if you notice there, Bugs was away from me, but she was still close enough to where she felt comfortable. Um, that's the way that I like to lead a horse. I like to lead on a very nice long lead. That way, if they want to walk behind me, that's fine. If they want to walk next to me, that's fine. I don't let them walk in front of me. And if they do, if their shoulder gets past my shoulder, I will disengage their hips and turn them around and make them stop, which she does sometimes when we're going back into her stall, because she knows she's going to get her afternoon snack, which is the fly feed mixture, or she'll get alfalfa cubes in the wintertime, because everyone else is getting geriatric cocktails, and she doesn't need geriatric cocktails. That's biggie. Which just means supplements for Mal and Pressy and Rocky for their medical issues. So now I'm going to show you how... Bugs, come here. I'm going to show you guys how most people lead horses, or a lot of people lead horses. And hopefully Bugsy's going to be in a mood where she's not going to want to stand here and let me do this. So notice how she's picking up space. She's picking up her speed. Oh, oh, oh. Okay. Okay. So did you notice how she was picking up speed when we were doing that? She was getting very excited. Her ears were back. She was not comfortable. Her head was pulled way out in front of her. She was not happy. Now, Bugsy a lot of the time will throw her head and she'll stop. I know. I know. She gets very agitated very quickly with people that don't lead properly, or don't know how to lead her, which is lead her on a nice loose line, and she's just going to walk around and around. Just don't go in the camera, please. Thank you. But so if you noticed her body position, she was not happy. And a lot of people that have issues leading horses, they say, my horse likes to run out in front of me, and he likes to just push me and run around, and I can't lead him on a loose line because then he would just go crazy. Okay, I'm going to show you guys again how I lead Bugsy on a nice loose line. We'll go around the round pen once, and notice, really watch her body position. Watch how relaxed she is. Is she in any discomfort? Is she annoyed in any way? Which she's a little annoyed because it's a little hot out here. And now we're going to do, come here, get out of the camera. Back just a second. Now we're going to do the death grip, as I call it. Look at that head way up in the air. She's trying to trot. She's getting all kinds of anxiety. Come here, sweetie. I know. I know. Good girl. See, did you... Now, as you can tell, she doesn't like that. A lot of horses, when you see them being led, look like that when they're being led in that manner. If you let them walk on a loose line, now you can practice this in a round pen or an arena. Back up. Back up. Back up. Come on, go. You can practice this in an enclosed area. That way you you're in a safe environment. The horse, if it does pull away from you, can't go anywhere. So if you are going to retrain yourself, do it in a place where it's safe for both you and your horse. And I think I covered everything that I wanted to about leading horses and why horses invade your space. And now Bugsy, no matter how I lead her, is going to stay out of my space. She's not an invasion horse, as I said in the beginning of the video. But if you don't lead your horse like that, for the most part, they're going to learn that I don't have to be in your space all the time. You're giving me space, so I'm going to give you space. You're a good girl, Bugs. But anyhow, guys, so we're going to end it there. Thank you, Bugsy, for being such a good girl and demonstrating very well what happens when you lead a horse by its clip. Oh, and the way that I suggest, if you do want to keep your horse on a little bit longer or a little bit shorter of a lead, I have about 5 feet between where I have my hand and where Bugsy is, which is why I was holding it up a little bit in the air. That way it didn't drag on the floor and she didn't step on it. But if you want to hold it a little bit closer, Bugs, come here. So what you want to do is you want to take your hand from the clip, if your horse has their head up, and go to where your hand is about at your side. Ooh, there's a garbage truck coming. And now I've got maybe 2 feet, or no, probably about a foot. Oh. Hey. Oh. Can we tell Bugsy doesn't like garbage cans or garbage trucks? Do not try that with your horse if you know you cannot control them. Bugsy knows that when I pick up on this, she knows to stop. And I usually just let her. And usually she's calmer, but we do need to do some sacking out with this garbage truck. But anyhow, guys, so if you do want to, going back to my original point here, but come around. So take your hand, put it at the clip, run it down the lead until it's about at your side, and then you've still got control over the horse. Like, you still have a little bit of security, but you're not on top of them. So that gives you like at least, I'd say about a foot, maybe a 1.5 feet, depending on how far your clip goes down, or how far the clip on the lead rope or the halter goes. But that'll give you to where you still have enough space to where your horse can feel like they have space, but you still have the control that you're looking for. So we're going to end it there, guys. Now that we found out how Bugsy likes to react to big scary things like garbage trucks.